Hello everyone, this is Piyush. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the series Explained, where complicated US taxes get simpler one step at a time. In the previous part, we looked at how to fill out the Form 1040NR for international students on their F-1 visa, and this video is a continuation of that video where we will fill out the remaining tax forms, that is Schedule OI and Form 8843. Before we start filling out these forms, I just wanted to give you a brief overview about these forms. First is the Schedule OI, which stands for Other Information. This is attached to your Form 1040NR and it basically states how many days you spent in the US, your immigration status, your visa type, and so on. And the Form 8843 is a tax form that is a must for F1 international students to stay compliant with their US visa. It basically tells the IRS that you are an exempt individual for the substantial presence test. We as an F1 international students are exempt from paying Medicare taxes for the first 5 calendar years. A thing to note is that even if you didn't earn any income at all in the given tax year, you still need to file this form. If you fall under that category, please refer to the part 4 of the series where we discuss how to file your taxes if you didn't have any income. Now I will start sharing my screen and let's get into it. Let's start by downloading the Schedule OI. This is how your Schedule OI looks like. As I mentioned, it is an attachment to the Form 1040NR. Please make sure you are taking the latest version of the form, that is 2025 in this case. Let's start with putting our name. So it says name shown on Form 1040NR. If you remember, on the 1040NR we put first name and initial, and the last name put it exactly as you put it in your Form 1040NR. Your identifying number is the social security number. Make sure you enter it correctly. First line is of what country were you a citizen during the tax year. So it's India for me. Make sure you enter your country of residence. Second is in what country did you claim residence for tax purposes. Again, it's India for me. So I'll enter that right here. Third is have you ever applied to be a green card holder in the US? It's no for me. Were you ever a US citizen? No. A green card holder? No. So you answer these questions based on your situation. Next is if you had a visa on the last day of the tax year, enter your visa type. So end of 2025, I was still a F1, so I will write F1 student. Have you ever changed your visa type? So I came on my F1 visa and still on my F1 visa, so I'll enter no. If you change from other visa type, make sure to select yes, and if you answered yes, indicate the date and nature of change. Next is listing all the dates you entered and left in the US during 2025. So these dates are only concerned with the year 2025. So let's say I entered the US on 20th January 2025. I'll enter that right here. If I departed for, let's say, a vacation outside the US on 25th December 2025, so I'll enter right here. You can enter all the entries where you either entered or exited the US. If you are taking any vacations, non-paid working days in the US, that isn't counted. It's only when you actually enter or depart the country. Next is listing all the dates you entered and left the US during 2025. So this is only concerned from January 1st to 31st December 2025. You can take out your I-94 travel history and enter all the dates you entered United States and departed United States in 2025. Next is line H, which says give number of days including vacation, non-work days and partial days you were present in the US. So this is where you have to make your own calculations. You can refer to I-94 to see when you exited the US and make sure you exclude those days. The total number of days, let's say, is 365. So if you went to India or your home country for vacation, you should exclude that day and for this given year. So 2023, 2024 and 2025. Next is, did you file a US income tax return for any prior year? So I filled out a tax return last year, so I'll put yes. And if yes, give the latest year and form number you filed. So I filed it in the year 2024 and I filed form 1040NR, so I'll enter that right here. If this is your first year filing taxes, you can enter no. Are you filing a return for a trust? So you can enter no. Did you receive total compensation of $250K or more during the tax year? Again, it's no for me. The line L is income exempt from tax. If you are claiming any exemption from income tax under a US income tax treaty, you can enter it right here. But again, as I mentioned, the India US tax treaty we have already mentioned in the form 1040NR. So in that case, you can leave this section blank. But if you are using any other treaty article, you can enter and fill out these boxes. If not, you can just put 0 in this box. Next is were you subject to tax in a foreign country on any income shown in 1D above. You can select no. Are you claiming treaty benefits pursuant to a competent authority determination? You can enter no. And that's it for your Schedule OI. If you have any questions on any of the lines on schedule OI, you can just come to Google and search the instructions. If you see this index, it says instructions for schedule OI form 1040 NR. So here the instruction starts and it shows by every item, item A, item B, item C, what you can put, and if you have any questions, you can get it clarified here. Now let's download the form 8843. So this is how your form 8843 looks like. Again, the important thing is to note that you are using the latest version. Start by putting your first name and initial and your last name. This is where you put your SSN number. This section says fill in your addresses only if you are filing this form by itself and not with your US tax return. But we are filing this with our form 1040NR, so you can leave this section blank. Coming to part 1, the line 1A states type of US visa and date you entered the US. So I came to the US on F-1 visa and I first entered the US on 28 December 2021. So you enter that date. This is the first entry point that you made in the United States. Second is current non-immigrant status. If your status has changed, also enter the date of change. But I came to the US as F1 student. I am still a F1 student, so I'll enter that right here. Of what country were you a citizen during the tax year? It's India for me. What country issued you a passport? Again, it's India for me. Enter your passport number here. Line 4A states enter the actual number of days you were present in the US. So we also put this same thing in the schedule OI. So you can just copy those days right here. In schedule OI, it was 2023, 2024, 2025, but here it's 2025, 24, 23. So make sure you don't rush into things and make sure you enter the number of days correctly for each tax year. 4B is enter the number of days in 2025 you claim you can exclude for purposes of substantial presence test. So you just enter the same number of days that you entered in 2025. The next part is part 2 only for teachers and trainees, so you can leave that section blank if it's not applicable to you. We move to the part 3 that is for students. First is enter the name, address and phone number of the academic institution you attended during 2025. So even if you are graduated and currently on your OPT, you enter your same university address, contact number and name. So I was a student at Purdue, so I'll enter Purdue University, I'll enter their address and phone number. So if you are a student at Purdue, you can just copy paste this information. If you are a student from other university, make sure you check with your university website to see the correct address and the phone number. Line 10 is enter the name, address of the director of academic program you participated. So if you are a Purdue student, this is the information that you enter. Again, you can just copy paste this. This is provided on the university website. If you are a student from some other university, make sure you enter the correct contact information along with the address and the phone number. Next is enter the type of visa you held during each of these tax years. So I came to the US in 2021 on F1 and I'm still a F1 student, so I will enter F1 in all of them. Make sure you enter the correct visa status based on your situation. And it says if the type of visa you held changed, you should attach a statement showing the new visa type and date it was acquired. Next is were you exempt as a teacher, trainee or student for any part of more than 5 calendar years. So as I mentioned, up to 5 years we are exempt from paying some type of taxes. So if you have spent less than 5 calendar years in the US, you can select no. If you have spent more than 5 calendar years in the US and calendar year is like every year, so let's say you came on 29 December 2021, even that year 2021 is counted as one calendar year. So if it crosses the 5 calendar year marks, you enter yes, and you must provide sufficient facts with a separate statement to establish that you do not intend to reside permanently in the US. Next is during 2025, did you apply for green card or any other application? So it's no for me. If you entered yes, you can explain in this line. Then you scroll and move to the next page. The part 4 is for professional athletes, so you can leave this blank if it doesn't apply to you. Part 5 is individuals with a medical condition, so if this doesn't apply to you, again you can leave this section blank. And scrolling down, last section is sign here only if you're filing this form by itself and not with your US tax return. Again, we are filing this form with the form 1040 NR. So you can skip signing and putting the date. You can just leave this section blank. And that's it for your form 8843. If you have questions on any lines in the form 8843, if you scroll to the next page, you will see line by line instructions. So if you have questions in any, like let's say part 1, part 2, it has specific instructions that you can read and get your answer clarified. So this is how you fill out the schedule OI and the form 8843. As you saw, it is not too difficult, but please double check that all the information you put is correct, whether it's the date you entered the US, number of days present in the US, and so on. Once you are finished with all these forms, that is Form 1040 NR, Schedule OI, and Form 8843, you are basically done with your federal tax filing. But remember that this is not the final step. It's still your duty to print out these forms. Now make sure you have this in order. The Form 1040 NR first, you attach Schedule OI to that, and also the Form 8843. Keep the printouts handy with you and stay tuned for the next part where I will show you how to mail your documents. Only filling out the forms online is not the end of the story. It's still your duty to mail to the correct address to the IRS. Unfortunately, we can't do it digitally if you are filing it ourselves. Some agents do allow e-filing, but if you do it yourself, you still have to make sure you mail these documents. So stay tuned to make sure you file it to the correct address, have the correct documents with you, and file it before the deadline. Please share this video with as many people as possible to let them know that the tax filing is not too difficult and it's actually fun. You get to know how your income is taxed, what forms to fill, and so on. You get financially responsible for your own life. Again, as I mentioned it in each of my videos, it's your hard-earned money. You have worked 20 to 40 hours doing hard work to earn this money, so at least you should know how your taxes are filed. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions on these forms. Like and subscribe my channel if you find my content useful. Please turn on the notifications so that you don't miss out on any important tax videos. Thank you again for watching this video. Until next time.